All right, doing some motor mounts in the old Dodge. Sagged out so bad the fan's been wearing a hole in the front radiator shroud there. Oil pan was just about rubbing on the cross member. Anyway, this could not be much simpler. Plenty of work room. And you get down in here with your 3/4 box end wrench. If you got a gear wrench, that is really friggin' nice for this. And you just loosen this nut here, which I have already done. And, well, you need to do more than loosen it. You need to fully remove it to make this thing, you know, come apart. And over here, you got the exact same thing down there underneath your turd blow encourager. And as you can see, I've already been down here and loosened this one right off of there. So we'll just finish the job here right quick like. And once we get this off, there's the nut and the washer. Put that right up here in the built-in parts tray. Then you're gonna get underneath of her and on your cross member. Again, could not be much simpler. There is one nut right there, which I have again already got most of the way off, so we will finish that off right now. Tink she goes. And then you're going to get your floor jack like so and get some nice blocks of wood. This is LVL. If you don't know what LVL is, at least the top two are, stands for laminated veneer lumber. It's essentially about 1.5 inch thick plywood. And then this is hardwood, so I mean that's gonna treat you right proper. That ain't going nowhere. Cut that myself on my own mill. She's elm. Well, anywho, then you're gonna get your jack here, and you're gonna carefully jack. It's important to use some nice big stiff blocks under this oil pan, since this engine weighs 1,100 pounds, and you don't want to crush your oil pan with the jack. So you're just gonna lift her up like so, until the bolt gets up out of the hole up there. Okay, well, I got her jacked up till the fan was plump tight up against the shroud, and we can't quite get her jimmied out of there, so we need to zip out these two bolts here. Takes 9/16, so we're just gonna get in there. Gotta get my other wrench on there so the head quits a spinning my thing in. And hopefully that guy zipped off. Mint, not hit the floor. It's always a good sign. And get this battery cable clamp off of there if I can. Again, up to the built-in tool tray. And see if we can't get this other guy out. Mint. And now we can take this bracket out with the motor mount. And here she be. And oof, that thing is garbage. You can see the rubber and the steel are just about separated. They ain't quite fall apart yet, which is a good sign, but let's see if we can't get her clamped in here. And oh yeah, she is very close to fold right apart. I can just about pull it apart with my hand. But anyway, return that to Mother Earth where she come from and get our nice new power torque. Yeah, that's just quality right from the auto parts store. I'm sure she probably come from overseas. And yeah, now we'll just get this guy dropped in there and should be mint. Now, little note to pay attention to. Which ways she go in there? How do you know what side's upwards and what side's downwards and what side's slantwards and what side's all kittywampus off into rhubarb? If you look at the bracket that bolts onto the engine, you can see it's got one hole and one little dimple in her. And one side of this has got a bolt or a stud and a little nubbin. The other side don't. And our cheap Chinesium replacement is a little nub there. So you know the side with the nub goes into here like so, and the whole works gets bolted onto that big old block of American Pride. So actually, in hindsight, you really ain't got to reach in there and get that top nut off if you're going to pull her off with the bracket. You might as well just leave her as one assembly here, and then rattle wrench her apart if you feel like it. You know, a little quicker and easier to do that than trying to get that nut off when she's down in here. And then you just got to get her down in there situated and get your bolts from over here on your universal tool holder. And well, we're gonna have to put the camera down, I'm thinking, and the other side should be just the same as this side. There we go, there's one, and here's our other one, and I almost dropped her. Come on. There we go. Time to do the other side and then put the nuts on. Sidebar. This, I don't know, it says GM on it. It's a filter, vacuum, air filter, plug indicator, doohickey mabobber. I got it out of a junk vehicle of some sort. I don't remember what, but the second gen Rams have one built in, but these first geners didn't. And first gener, you know, referring to the old truck, not to be confused with, you know, Bruce Jenner. But yeah, so I just took the tube here and I punched a hole in it the right size, and I stuck her in there, and man, now you got that little indicator to warn you if your air filter mabobber is getting a little clogged. Well, we are over here on the passenger side, and this side goes about the same as the other side, except it's a little bit more of a challenge to get to, what with the accessories over here in the way. And of course, it's a little messier than the other side, because if you've ever owned one of these or had the pleasure of draining the Texas crude out of her, you know it is impossible to get that filter snaked out of here without having it look like the frickin' Exxon Valdez rolled through your engine bay. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, got the nice wicks on there if you're one of them penny pinchers who likes to go down to the Walmarts and get them orange can ones. Well, I'd say you might as well just screw a Bush Light can on there with a wad of toilet paper in it. Probably do a better job and save you even more money. But now we got everything setting in there copacetic like, and we can see the studs sticking through the slotted hole right there. And so now we just need to gently let her jack down like so until she sits right in the cradle like it should. Beauty. And get this out of the way. Oh yeah. Much better. There's room between the pan and the cross member now. Mint. So now we just gotta get these last 2 3/4 inch nuts and screw them on here. Yeah, we'll just get her started here and call her good. Ah, you pig dog. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we're just gonna get the old ratchet and snug them babies down and call her good. You know, this is a perfect weekend job. Why do I say that? Because if you tell somebody you're doing motor mounts, it sounds serious. Oh, that's a big job. When really, I don't know if this even took me an hour. I mean, quick and easy, and then you got an excuse to sit in the shop and drink beer all weekend if you want. You know, everybody will think you're busy slaving away pulling your engine. But, well, better than it was, good enough for what it is.